player in the game right now?
If I had to pick, I think I might say Giannis.
Giannis taking flights and taking no prisoners.
How he impacts both sides, scoring, rebounding, how hard he plays. And like we all have off nights, but I feel like when he has an off night, it's still 25 and 15 instead of 40 and 20. And he's won a championship.
These two, since they're fine in the West, you have to go through Giannis in the East. So, you know, good luck with that.
I would say Giannis too, for sure.
The stats you're seeing on the screen right now are the runaway frontrunner MVP Nikola Jokic. And now you're seeing Giannis Antetokounmpo, who for some people isn't even in their top 3. Giannis this season is 4-1 versus Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and in those games he's averaging almost 37 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. Coming off a crushing victory against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the 1 seed in the Western Conference, Giannis dropped 30 points and 19 rebounds on just 5 missed shots. This season, Giannis has the most 30-point games on 60% field goal percentage this entire season. Needless to say, the NBA has a Giannis Antetokounmpo problem, and it's one in which he's underrated. We got a ton to get into in today's video, guys. If you're new here, please be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button, as we are on the road to 3,000 subscribers and we are uploading every single day for the month of March. At the end of this video, we're going to be talking a little bit about content going forward and how the editing on these videos should be improving. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into this. The first thing I'd like to mention is this will be Giannis' 3rd season in a row playing 65 games a night while averaging at least 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. This season, he's averaging a career high 6.5 assists a night, just showing once again that he continues night in and night out to improve his game. This will also be his 3rd season in a row in which the Milwaukee Bucks win 50+ games. So Giannis' stats have been good, his health has been even better, and the win rate at which his team wins, aside from last season in the postseason, it's been very, very great. And when we compare Giannis's best season to Jokic's best season, we're just going to continue to use Jokic as the focal point of this conversation. I think Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but I think that the gap between Jokic and Giannis is much smaller than people like to admit, myself included. I think when it comes to ranking players, Giannis is a very comfortable second for me. Now, the MVP award and the best player award are two completely different things. A, they're very narrative driven. B, you have to stay consistent with the media and giving them exactly what they want to hear. This might include sound bites like when Derrick Rose said why can't I win the MVP of the league? Or like last season when we saw Joel kind of, taking shots at Jokic the entire season saying that he believes that he deserves the MVP. And then C, you have to have the stats to prove it. Now, Giannis does have the stats. Giannis has the wins. Giannis has the situation. But what Giannis also unfortunately yields is, like all of the other greats, LeBron's been through this, Jokic has been through this, Kobe Bryant, all these great guys, voters' fatigue is so relevant in this case. And you may be wondering why I throw the name Kobe Bryant out there. Kobe Bryant's only won 1 MVP in his 20-year NBA career. It should have been a lot more, but due to those, wanting to distribute the award amongst the league and, other narratives look better and the new kids on the block want an MVP, that's kind of the thing that's happening with Giannis. But as I said, if we were to rank the top 5 NBA players in the league, Giannis is top 3, and there's nothing you can say or do to convince me otherwise. I mean, you could have him at 1, you could have him at 3. I won't really fight you tooth and nail on it, but he should be more towards the 1 or 2 rank in your book. If we compare Jokic, these 2-time reigning, should be 3-time reigning MVP the last 3 years, to Giannis, and we compare their best seasons, so not best season in total, but their best individual seasons at their individual statistics, I put it up on the screen for you guys right now. Giannis leads in every single statistic category other than assists, and Giannis is not the primary ball handler most nights in the Milwaukee Bucks scheme. Which brings me to my next point of why do I think Jokic gets more love and more attention and more press. it's very, very clear that the coaching difference between Mike Budenholzer or Adrian Griffin or anyone that the Bucks have had recently compared to Mike Malone is just very night and day. It's very clear that the Nuggets and Mike Malone say, look, this is our guy. He's a hell of a passer. We can set him up on the block and everyone can be comfortable moving around him. Whereas with Giannis, it seems his sporadic style of scoring, his beautiful transition work, his tenacious defense, all of this kind of allows for Giannis to say, look, I'm going to get mine no matter what. You guys need to get yours and I will help you get yours by drawing attention. It just seems like to me, we don't frequently see, this season we've seen it more than ever, but in seasons in the past, we never really see Giannis get a bounce pass on the block and then he's backing someone down back to the basket, but he hasn't put the ball on the ground yet. He's just kind of giving him his body weight, and then he makes an incredible pass like we see Jokic do. It seems like the Bucks front office, they haven't really quite felt comfortable exploring that option. Now again, that doesn't mean Giannis isn't going to get his 30 or his 20, but frequently when we see Giannis getting his points, we're not seeing the offense ran through him for any other reason other than he's a great basketball player. It seems like they maybe lack faith in his intelligence. And I'm not saying they believe that Giannis is a stupid quote-unquote basketball player or a bad basketball player, but it seems like they lack faith in his ability to say, look, I'm going to give you the ball and you need to make something happen. It seems they're more interested in saying, Giannis, you're at the top of the key, here's the ball, make something happen, bulldoze, dive nose first at the rim, let's see a spin move, a Euro step, like someone like Pascal Siakam. Now Giannis obviously has grown as a passer, but that's just not the main thing, whereas Jokic is looking to pass. Like, people game plan to stop Jokic from passing, not scoring. Whereas Giannis, it's like they figure if we can stop him from scoring, we stop him completely. That's why the Raptors built that big wall years ago. And they may, say that he doesn't have the greatest three-point shot. They may say that, he doesn't have the greatest ability to pass the ball. But I think the only way for him to grow and get better at that is by in the regular season exploring those options. I believe for what Giannis lacks, though, in his ability to funnel an offense like a Sabonis, like Tyrese Halliburton, like a Nikola Jokic, I believe for what he lacks in that, he more than makes up for in his hustle and transition and his defensive presence. Giannis, from a defensive standpoint, should be in the running for defensive player every single season, yet where is he? Nowhere to be found. And again, that's not a lack of Giannis performing, it's just a lack of people caring or knowing. It's like, Giannis said it best a long time ago when asked. He said, it's easy for my game to be boring for people because I do the same thing every night. I get 30 and 10 every single night. But it's just insane to me that people actually are bored of that when Giannis is the most or one of the most talented player in the NBA. In conclusion, I believe that Giannis is extremely underrated, and I just wanted to give this video to Giannis and just make it about Giannis because I believe that he deserves some flowers. It's crazy how one postseason can change everything. When he won the championship, he was without a doubt the greatest player in the NBA, and no one had anything, to say about it. But then he loses in the first round against Miami Heat in a series where his team wasn't fully healthy, and Giannis missed a game and a half, and yes, that's no big excuse, but it's worth mentioning. It's funny, when you squint and look at the details of everything, it's very noticeable, if you will, that things, if Chris is healthy, if Giannis doesn't get hurt with that back injury, it's very, you can look at that and say, wow, the Bucks, it's really not Giannis's fault. But then the bigger picture is like, oh, ratio, you lost in 5 games. I don't know. People they like to talk about events, but not what led up to the event occurring. What do you guys think? Is Giannis overrated or underrated? Going forward with the edits, guys, I'm going to try to make them more intriguing from start to finish. It's been a very hectic month for me, and I have the next couple days off, so hopefully I will be able to do that. Also, if you made it this far, just wanted to give some love to men's mental health again. It's been a while since I've talked on that. If you guys ever need to talk to someone, my DMs on Twitter are always open, or you can reach out in the comments and we can talk there if you're more comfortable airing it out in public. I love all you guys so much. Thanks for making my day amazing every time I read your comments. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, and blessed. Peace.